You're on list 4. Great job. After you learn this list, you'll know 100 words. Let's begin. First, I'll let you read the word. Then I'll ask you to put your finger under it and we'll read it together. Then I'll let you read it one more time. Are you ready? Let's go. First word, van. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Van. What's that word? Van. Next word, about. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. About. What's that word? About. Next word, back. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Back. What's that word? Back. Next word, after. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. After. What's that word? After. Next word, I'm. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. I'm. What's that word? I'm. Next word, Ben. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Ben. What's that word? Ben. Next word, big. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Big. What's that word? Big. Next word, came. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Came. What's that word? Came. Next word, away. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Away. What's that word? Away. Next word, your. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Your. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Your. What's that word? Your. Next word, who. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Who. What's that word? Who. Next word, when. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. When. What's that word? When. Next word, them. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Them. What's that word? Them. Next word, because. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Because. What's that word? Because. Next word, from. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. From. What's that word? From. Next word, have. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Have. What's that word? Have. Next word, there. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. There. What's that word? There. Next word, any. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Any. What's that word? Any. Next word, into. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Into. What's that word? Into. Next word, just. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Just. What's that word? Just. Next word, little. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Little. What's that word? Little. Next word, make. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Make. What's that word? Make. Next word, before. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. Before. What's that word? Before. Next word, to. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. To. What's that word? 2. Last word. 4. Put your finger under it. Let's read it. 4. What's that word? 4. Great job.